Okay, are we good? Are we good now? Are we good? Okay, are we good? Are we good? Um, I am sorry for that issue. I feel horrible. Your boy feels horrible now. Uh, yeah, okay. I am really sorry. Yep, okay. Yep, okay. We're good? Okay. So, let's start this off. Okay, let's start this whole story off, okay? Yeah. So hey guys, I am back with another live stream, but I don't normally do those live streams like that. So so I just wanna sit down and talk to y'all about something. Hold on just a minute, guys. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to set the lights. Okay. So I think we have one people on, but it's fine because of the so we lost two of y'all because of the issue. Um, yeah. So I hope we get more people back on. Yeah. So so I wanted to sit down and talk to y'all about this play that I watched the day before last night. So the play is called Peter and the Starcatcher. Okay. Um. So first of all, before I get into that, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been participating in this show. It really means a lot to me, and then for this whole entire school too. They've been working so hard, and their acting is really phenomenal. Really I really do enjoy it that much. Um, yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so I heard it was fantastic. I mean, I would recommend seeing it, but unfortunately, um the tickets were sold out because I had one more on the shelves. I got that for Saturday night, 7 o'clock, and it was really good. Yeah, so it's about the play is called Peter and the Starcatcher, and it was really nice. So I really enjoyed it, and then again, thank y'all to the people who go to my school. I really appreciate it that much. Um, yeah, so if y'all go to my school, again, thank you all so much for watching this play and participating in this play and supporting it. It really means a lot to me and for the whole entire school as well. Again, they've been working so hard. Um, yeah. So again, thank you all so much for supporting this play. I really appreciate it so much. It really means a lot to me and for the whole entire school as well. So yeah. So again, I have the playbill on the shelf. So I'll be right back because I should have got my playbill at the very start of my live stream before I went live. So I'll be right back. So yeah, just hang on, and then I'll be right back shortly. Okay, so that was fast. Yeah. So this play is at my school, St. Paul's, right? And then it says you're becoming a legend is never easy. So this is what the play looks like. Um so yeah, so it says here St. Paul's Marine Players Theater um, Peter and the Starcatcher. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that so much. Um, so it says here. So it says here a play by Rick Elise, music by Wayne Barker, and it says here based on the novel and Dave Barry and Riley Pearson. So the play first started in November 10th, and then that deadline was on the 20th. So and then the cast is right there. Okay, and then here are the crew. This is the crew. This is the crew right about here. That is the crew. Okay. Um. Yeah. So the cast are Boy, because that name I will tell y'all after I explain everything. So Molly Astor, Black Stash, Prentice Ted, Smee, Lord Astor, Mrs. Bump Break, Alf Fighting Prawn, and Germ Germpkin, Captain Slank, Teacher and Pirate, Hawking Clam, Pirate, um, Captain Scott, Mollusk Native, and um, Mac and Mollusk Native, and then the rest are Pirate and Mollusk Native, and then there's one Sailor, Mollusk Native, and there's a Pirate. So yeah, and then the crews are director, the set, the so set direct. Okay, so music director Jonathan Shucken, uh, choreography Emily, um, lighting of course. Well, okay, sure. I mean, I went to theater class last year. It was really nice. Um, so it's about doing the lighting and acting and everything. It was really nice as well. When people do the lines, they're trying to memorize it. It was really hard for them to do. Um, yeah, so it wasn't that bad actually. So yeah. So okay. So here is the setting. So the setting is on the bottom, right about there, and it says here, the docks of Portsmouth. The ships called the Neverland and the Wasp, and a mysterious island. And the time was about 1885. So yeah, so it was very old, and also it tells you how the story all began, and yeah, so it tells you how this play or the story just began, and then it tells you how this boy became Peter Pan, which I'm going to tell you all that right now. So basically, okay, so last night I went live on TikTok. Um, I pretty much explained this before, but I got some of them wrong, and I was very uh I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. I don't know why, but that is completely fine. Your boy is fine. Sure. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So let's put out this way into this way. So it's about this boy who is an orphan. Now I know this boy has no family at all. No mother, no father. Um. Yeah. So this boy has no mother, no father. Um. And then again he's an orphan with no name, and then he came across to this captain called Captain Stash, or Captain Black Stash, or just normally Captain Stash. um and then um Captain Stash gave him a name, a short name, which is Peter. And then during the play, and also during the story, this is an actual real story, right? Like, it's very true. Um, so at the during this play, he went to a mermaid, and then this mermaid gave him his full name, Peter Pan, right? Um, yeah. So Peter Pan, that was his full name, and then now now here comes the hard part. Now here comes the hard part. So I can do is look up more info about this play. Um, so let me look this up um because now it becomes harder and I thought. Okay, let's go to Google and then let's see. Let's see. Peter and the Starcatcher. Okay. So so it says here Peter and the Starcatcher is a play based on a 2004 novel Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry, and so it tells you about the play, but not pretty much. Um, well, let's try this. Okay, so it says here, what is the story of Peter and the Starcatcher? So it says here, the Tony-winning play based on the best-selling novels appends the century-old story of how a miserable orphan boy becomes a legendary Peter Pan. Yeah, so I was right. Tony-winning Peter and the Starcatcher appends the century-old story of how a miserable orphan comes. Yeah, so basically, this boy has no name, but then he is now called Peter Pan because he was an orphan, but then now he was a legendary, and now he was called Peter Pan, right? Um, now if I go into this website here, will that tell me more? I hope so. Let's see if I want to zoom this in. Yeah, here. So Tony winning. Okay, so this tells you because a young orphan and his mates are shipped off from Victorian England to a distant island ruled by the evil king Zarboff. They know nothing of the mysterious trunk in the captain's cabin, which contains a precious otherworldly cargo. At sea, the boys are discovered by a precocious young girl named Molly. I mean, it's well. I hope I'm saying this right. Precocious? No. Precoc. How do you say it now? How do you say this thing? How do you say this word? How do you say this word? Hold on. Yeah, yeah. This word is really big. I'm trying to see on how you pronounce this. How to pronounce how to pronounce this word. All right, and let me switch off to my headphones so I can hear it. Okay. All right. So, what's it say now?
Precocious.
Precocious. Okay. Precocious. Okay. So, yeah. So at sea, the boy are discovered by a precocious young girl named Molly, a star-catcher in training who realizes that the trunk's precious, right? Precious, right? Precious. A cargo is star staff, a celestial substance so powerful that it must never fall into the wrong hands. When the when the ship is taken over by pirates, led by the fearsome Black Stash, right? A villain determined to claim the trunk and its treasure for his own. The journey quickly becomes a thrilling adventure. And it says here featuring dozen actors and yeah. So so this gives me a PDF to download and I mean it's just a downloadable PDF file. Um yeah, it's like a handout. I mean, we have a different handout though. It's like this because ours is different, and then they have a different and they have a different one as well. Um, yeah. So this is the introduction table of contents. So if we can zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this gives us a full one. So it says here the Peter and the Starcatcher production handbook is here to guide you through all aspects of production. From casting and rehearsal to design and beyond. We at Disney, no. Actually, no, because, it's a handout, again, we have a different handout, or the pamphlet, you call that, whatever you want to call it. Suppose all these planks and ropes are now the British Empire use for your thoughts to hoist sails. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now here is the introduction. So in 2007, excited at the prospect of escaping at hot New York summer, I agreed to meet with Roger Rees and Alex Timbers in Massachusetts to discuss a project they were going to direct together based on a novel by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. I hopped on a train, and 4 hours later, weary and travel stained, I found myself at the door at Williamstown Theater. Yeah, so 4 hours. I mean, it doesn't tell you how the play is. I mean, I don't know why, but it's just how it is. So there's Act One. I mean, there's okay. So there's two acts, but Act One, and then there's only a 15-minute intermission after Act One. So yes. So again, there's like Act One. There's Act One, and then there's a 15-minute intermission, right? Um, Now Act One says here. Now this might be it. Okay. So an ensemble of actors enters a barge stage and addresses the audience, transporting them with a bustling port where two ships, the Wasp, and the Neverland. So Neverland. Okay, so they're the good guys, and then the Wasp are the pirates, right? They're bad guys, right? Bad guys and good guys. So prepare for a voyage to the remote kingdom of Redundant. Two identical trunks are delivered to the port. One contains precious cargo belonging to the queen, who has entrusted Lord asked her to take it to Rundoon aboard the Wasp and destroy it here. Destroy it there. The other, meant for the Neverland, contains only sand. Bill Slank, captain of the Neverland, swaps the trunks so that the Queen's cargo is loaded aboard his ships, and the identical trunk is hoisted aboard the Wasp. Jermkin, the schoolmaster of Saint Norberst Orphanage for lost boys, then sell three orphans to Slank, prompting one of them, a nameless boy, to proclaim that he hates grown-ups. Okay, okay then. So we know that from here. So preparations are underway of the Neverland for the voyage to Rundoon. Ruined. How do you say this now? How do you say this? Hold on. How do you say this now? How do you say this now? How do you say this? Hold on. Yeah, all that, all just big words. I mean, how do you say this now? How do you even say this? Run, Rundon, or Rundun, right? I think so. Sailors and seamen. Where are when a squadron of seamen arrives to fetch Lord Aster Aster as he entrusts his daughter Molly and her caretaker Mrs. Bumbrake. So basically, okay, so I was wrong. So Mrs. Bumbrake is not his mom. Orphans don't have family, right? Orphans do not have any family, right? Um, so Mrs. Bumbreaker is his caretaker, right? And to Captain Slank on the Neverland, which is meant to take a slow, safer route to Rundun. As Molly and Lord Astor bid farewell, a crate containing the orphan boy bursts open catches Molly's eye until her father commands her attention with details of the mission, so she desperately wishes to take part in. As only an appreciate Starcatcher, she resigns herself to the Neverland, and Lord Astor places a Starcatcher's a mullet. Guys, I'm sorry for the mis pronunciation. I mean they're just big words, you know. I'm trying to figure out how to say them, but yeah. Let's see here. Yeah.
Amulet.
Yes, amulet. Sorry, amulet. Sorry. Okay, around her neck, and a matching one around his for safety. Okay, so now this is where we get all sorted out. So we know how this play is. Um, let's see if we can zoom in a little. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, what am I doing here now? Oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done? Good gosh. Okay. I think you can. Yeah. So yeah. Fine. Um. Okay. So in the cabin, Mrs. Bumbrick regales Molly with the story with Alf and kindly old sea let's see. Okay, it's fine. How? I don't understand, bro. Hello. Okay, sorry. That was just
Seafarer.
sea. Okay, seafair. Okay, seafair. Yeah, I am really sorry about that, guys. I'm like cringing out. Okay, so on his way to feed some pigs, interrupts to flirt with her. When he departs, Molly follow him to the bilge, right? Bilge? Is it bilge? I might be right. Bilge. Bilge, right? Bilge?
Bilge.
Yes, bilge. Yeah. Um, Molly descends. Like, well, yeah, Molly descends, which it meant she dies. Um, only to discover three filthy orphans instead. Prentice, who demands to speak to the captain. Ted, who dives into the slope bucket, and the nameless boy who asks Alf about their uncertain fate. after Alpha leaves, Molly reveals herself and challenges the boys' claims to leadership before leading Ted and Prentice to find real food. Through something about her what? Okay, you know what? You see here? This is what I don't understand. I can't even pronounce words all like that.
Ignites.
Ignites. Yeah, ignites. A spark within the boy. He stays behind the flashes back to the horrors and abuse of Saint Norbert's Gurmkin flashback. Okay, so it says here. He stays behind the flashes back to the horrors and abuse of Saint Norbert's. So, I think, I think, I think the boy, I think the orphan boy with no name just threatened or abused Saint Norbert's. I think that's the name, or it might be a place. I don't know. Meanwhile, um, how do you now, Greg? Look, so I know Gregors. I know Gregors, right? So we say, meanwhile, Gregors roughly escorts Lord Astor below desk on the Wasp, revealing that his real name is Smee, and the seamen aboard are actually pirates. While Captain Scott and the real seamen are in chains below, Smee elaborately introduces Black Stash, the most feared pirate captain on the high seas who threatens to find and kill Molly and steals the key to the Queen's trunk from Lord Astor. Well, you're in trouble now, you see. You're in a big trouble now, aren't you? Okay, so, you're in a big trouble now, aren't you? Yeah, you're in big trouble. Yeah, he is in big trouble. You see? What? Okay, okay, so it says here, aboard the Neverland, Molly's amulet begins to glow, and she divulges to the boys that her father is on a secret mission for the Queen. When they encounter a flying cat in Slank's cabin, she realizes that Star Staff is the cause and that the Queen's treasure must be on board the Neverland instead of the Wasp. She tries to distract the boys from the Star Staff with a bedtime story. Yes! 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 You see? That is from the play too. That is exactly what I saw. Back on the Wasp, Stash opens the trunk to find only sand. Do you see, guys? That's what I saw from the play. This is exactly the same thing. He commands that the ship be turned around to pursue the Neverland. I mean, Act 1 is so long. How? Yeah, okay. So, we might have to read another page, next time we're together, live. So, yeah, so that was just the first part of the play. So that was just part 1, and then part 2 is on page 3. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna finish reading this whole entire paragraph. Yeah, I'm sorry. Um, I mean, so far we're doing good though. So far, doing great. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna read this whole entire play. Do we have to do we have to read this whole entire play? Cause we finished reading page 2 and now we're on to page 3. I mean, okay, well it's important, right? It's important. Now it says here Molly leads the boys out of the Bilge Banford High School. Oh, well that's good to hear. That is good to hear. All right. Yeah, so let's just read that right now. So, after the boys had been lulled, lewd, yeah, lewd. Um, okay, so after the boys had been lulled, to sleep by Molly's story, Lord Astor contains her through the amulet and warns her that pirates have commander command commanded the Wasp. He instructs Molly, who is now part of the mission, to bring the Queen's trunk to him once the Wasp catches the Neverland. The boy awakens and overhears. He insists that Molly tells him what is going on. Molly Molly obliges, telling him about Starcatchers and their mission to rid the world for Starstaff, a magical substance that could be disastrous in the hands of the wrong person. As they discuss why they are each handed to Rundoon, Slank enters the and tosses the boy who cannot swim. Oh yes, yes. Do you see? This is exactly what I'm saying. Okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. Molly dives into the ocean and saves him. Now that is good. Oh, guys, this whole entire pamphlet tells you the exact same play it tells you. Now, as hurricane winds begin to stir up the ocean, Slank sees the Wasp and assumes the British Navy must have discovered the Wasp trunk. He prepares to outrun the other ship, but the boy takes the wheel and changes course toward the Wasp below deck. Alf and Mrs. Bump break first. Hurricano Part 1. While above deck in the midst of the storm, the two ships meet and the pirates board the Neverland. So they had a hurricane, and then I don't know what's going on. So in the fight with the sailors, in the fight with the sailors, Molly dashes off to get the trunk from Slank's cabin, and the boy, realizing that there are most important things, the savings his own neck, runs off to help her. On the deck, Slank and Stash square off for a final duel. But just as Stash gets the upper hand and Neverland splits into torn apart by the violent storm. As Molly and Mrs. Bumbrick struggle to maintain court of the trunk by Slank, Alf steps in and throws the crooked captain overboard to his Demis, right? Demis? Is that right, Demis? Is that right? Demis? Demis. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Because I think it has to be Demis, right? Is it Demis?
Demise.
No. Okay, it's Demise. While Molly gets the Queen's trunk on board, the Wasp, the boy, distracts Stash with the other trunk, seeking to win over the boy, and steals the trunk Stash, Chris, Stash, Christine's, Kristen's, right? Kristen's, him with the name Peter. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. I am exactly right, Peter. You see why? That is where Stash gave him his name, short name, Peter. And then now you see what's going on. But soon discovers he's been tricked. So, okay, and throws Peter overboard. Well, I was right the first time on the naming, but I did not know that he got tricked. Knowing that the Star Staff will float Molly that sorry, knowing that the Star Staff will float, Molly pushes the Queen's trunk into the ocean uh, to save Peter, telling him to ride it on the nearby island. Swim on. Everyone abandons the sinking ship, including Molly, who dives in after Peter, and Stash, who commands Smee to follow Peter and the trunk to the island. Now that was Act One. So we have finally finished reading Act One. So now here's Act Two, but they have a 15 intermission, right? So after Act One, they had their 15 intermission, and then now is Act Two. But yeah. So I don't think we could do is read fully Act Two. So we can do is read Act Two next time when we're together for our second and last episode for our next live stream or on my next video. I should do. So we can do stop there right now because we read this so long. Yeah, so we read this really long. I mean, Act One is really good so far. I mean, it was kind of nice. Um, yeah. So basically, Act One was really good so far. So again, so the next time, the ne- the, so the next time I go live, which is hopefully on a Wednesday, because tomorrow I'll be busy. So hopefully on a Wednesday I will come back live on YouTube, and then we'll read Act Two, and then yeah. But other than that, so far we read Act One, and then episode two finale. We're gonna do is read Act Two, and yeah. So yep, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. Again, I would like to say thank you for participating in this play. If you go to my school, I really appreciate it. And it really appreciates and it also appreciates this whole entire school too. It really means a lot to them and me as well. Um, and then we've been live for only 44 minutes. Wow. Um, yeah. So I hope y'all enjoy the play. It was really fun. And then next time when there's a play, now so if I find out if there's a play, if there's a new play going on, I could talk about that as well in the future. But as right now, guys, Act One was good. But guys, until then, next time for episode two finale on my next live stream, we will read Act Two. I think Act Two is gonna be really good. Than Act One, I believe. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Other than that, I'm heading out. I hope y'all enjoy this live stream so far. I did too, and yeah, guys, once again, thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it so much. Also thank y'all so much for watching the play, supporting it, and participating in it. It really means a lot to me and the whole entire school as well. And I hope to see a new play soon enough. So yeah. But guys, for now, I'm gonna head out, and I'm gonna end this here right now. Um, and then next time, next time, we're about to read Act Two, which is hopefully on a Wednesday afternoon. Um, yeah, so Wednesday afternoon, hopefully, we will read Act Two together, and yeah. So guys, thank y'all for watching this live stream. I appreciate so much. I also do appreciate the support too. It really means a lot to me. Um, we're getting close to 500 subscribers. Which is which is insane. Thank y'all so much for that too. So if you're new, subscribe and then hit the bell. And also if you like this live stream too, give a thumbs up. And then yeah. So again, I am out for now until Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So again, that was Act 1, and then next time will be Wednesday afternoon. Hopefully, we'll be reading Act 2. So yeah. So until then, guys, hopefully I will see y'all on a Wednesday afternoon for Act 2. Whew. Okay. Yeah. So I'll see y'all hopefully on a Wednesday afternoon. I think same time or on a different time. Bye, guys. I wait on people to. Yeah. It just all